Hi, everybody. Happy New Year. This is DJ the Money Coach coming to you from the Seven Spheres of Money system. On behalf of our family, we want to wish your family a safe and happy New Year. 2021 has been amazing. We are humbled by the generosity that you have shown us to allow us to come into your family and teach you how to become consumer debt free, increase your credit scores, open up businesses, and learn how to do the Pay Yourself First program. So we want to thank you and your family and wish everyone a happy and safe New Year's and bring 2022 in with peace, prosperity, and good health. And we love the fact that you allowed us to earn your trust through the Seven Spheres of Money program. We have been humbled with record-breaking year, record-breaking month, and we could not have done it without you investing in us and allowing us to show you in 20 years and working with 25,000 people how we can help you become consumer debt free, have an 800 credit score, and create a pom-pom lifestyle with a six-figure income by applying the four dirty little words. Number one is discipline. Number two, accountability. Number three, plug into the Seven Spheres of Money system. And number four, put the work in. So if you got into debt overnight, you can get out of debt overnight. But if it took you 5 to 10 years like it did me, it's going to take 5 to 10 years to get you out of debt. So we're going to walk you through, and we're going to thank you. If you just bought our book, or if you actually invested in our executive membership program, or if you actually done major investments with us, we want to thank everybody from the bottom of our hearts and show you how much we appreciate your patronage and how much we appreciate you working with Melvin Hobson, our registered investment advisor of 18 years that we've worked together with, James Lane Jr., our CPA that we worked with for several years, our attorney, Lisa K. Shebar, who's been with us for 16 years, and also Nick Westbrooks, who's been with us from the beginning, who started just like you as a client of ours 3 years ago and now runs our whole complete operation. So we want to thank all of you from the bottom of our hearts. We want to wish you a happy and safe New Year's. We want to bring you sincerely a pom-pom lifestyle foundation in 2022, and that's plenty of money and peace of mind. And we really want you to come join us on the Beaches of the World Club. And your beach may not be water and sand. It's wherever you find your tranquility and your peace of mind, and you can be 100% you without any debt and be not a second-rate citizen, but a first-class one through and through. I'm DJ the Money Coach. We love you. God bless. Happy New Year.
All right, and good evening, everyone, if you're watching live. And hello to everyone out there watching the recording. Welcome to another episode of Nick's Knowledge and Notions in-Cube Science Series brought to you by the Seven Spheres of Money. Thank you for joining us for this program. And as always, before we get started, like the video, share, and subscribe, and help us to reach 1,000 subscribers so we can spread this message and the gospel of the pom-pom lifestyle, plenty of money, peace of mind, and of course, all of the real talk and all of the free game that we give you on this platform. So without further ado, let's get started. So what's going on, DJ? How you feeling?
Oh, man, I'm excited. Good to be back in the house. It's been a minute, but hey, we out there taking care of this work, putting that work in, helping hundreds of people on a monthly basis. So it's the end of January, about to kick off the amazing, even though it's 365 days a year, but Black History Month is upon us. So we're getting ready to embark on that, and we're ready to get back to the basics, which we've been talking about for the past 3 months. And we also been talking about for over 12 months that the market was going to have a correction, and the correction is here. So we're going to dive in and talk about the correction, and we're going to give some people some tips on what to do in this correction to not panic and start jumping out of windows and stop cashing out of, stocks mutual funds, dividends prematurely, because that's generally what a lot of people do. So, they say, pigs get slaughtered. So there's a lot of pigs getting slaughtered right now. And there's a lot of limmies jumping off the cliffs, which is generally every 4 years. But it's happening right now, live in stereo and HD. It's 8K HD now, 8K, I think we're at now. 8K or 4K.
4K, yeah, I think it's 4K, yeah.
4K, but 8K is up with us in the 5G nation. So yeah, man. So we're here, man. We're excited. We're in good spirits. We're in good health, and we want to, give a shout out to my man Big E, who just got out of, the COVID scenario. Was out there and caught the COVID and was in the ICU for a few days, almost a week, and he's fully recovered. So I'm glad that he's out. So prayers up. And again, man, if we had to wish anything on anybody, it would not be bad health. We don't wish any bad on anybody. But if God gave you a choice of either being broke or unhealthy, I'm going to take broke, because your health is irreplaceable. So everybody out there, hey man, take care of your health, eat healthy, exercise, take a holistic approach to, vitamins, nutrients, and get off the fast food chain. Okay. Get off that crap. It's okay to have it once or twice a year, but right now there's a battle out there for your soul, and it's coming through your intestines. Okay.
That's the truth.
So real talk. So hey man, I'm back in the saddle. We're ready to rock and roll. This segment here is dedicated to, back to the basics, addressing the economic, correction. And it's gonna come back, but some things you should be doing and some things you should have done. So we're gonna teach you how to hedge your bets and leverage your assets. And a dirty word that a lot of high-end professionals don't use is diversification or diversification. But in some situations, you do need to diversify some things. I'm not a big proponent for diversification, but when it comes to hedging is different than diversification. And we'll talk about that a little bit. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is about back to the basics. When everything goes off the rails, if you have the foundation and the basics and you just doing that work, you'll be okay. And as a business owner, as the head of your family, you should already have a defense strategy in place so you can pull that ripcord. You're on the plane, they tell you about the mask to come down. If you sit in the aisle where they have the emergency exit, they tell you what the responsibilities are in case the emergency happens. And when it happens, you don't panic. You be prepared as a leader. And I remember, Nick, first time I was drowning, and I had my cousin grab me up out the pool, because I'm trying to hang out with everybody and pretend like I know how to swim when I was like 9 years old. And I used to jump off the diving board because I was a daredevil. So I would jump off the diving board and try to get as close to the side and just grab my hand on, and I missed. Then in the motion of missing, I panicked and I'm struggling, man. And I'm just going down, down, down to my death. And then this hand, like from God, just yanks me out. But the reality is that if you don't panic and sit still, man, you'll be a lot better served. And a lot of people, they panic a lot. And so they also say if somebody's drowning and you going to save them, man, dude, you got to knock them out. You literally got to hit them upside the head sometimes, because if they're fighting, they're going to take you down and you're going to die too. So we're going to teach people how to do is not panic tonight. And here's the deal. If you already lost some money in the market, which a lot of people have, see, here's the reality check for tonight. Because all them fake gurus out there that's always, man, I don't do nothing but hit home runs. I'm win, 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 win. See, now let's see them put them receipts up there now. There's people losing thousands of dollars in the market. And there's people bragging about, oh, man, my real estate is booming. My crypto is booming. You're lying. You're lying. And I'm here to tell you, I've taken some losses in the market. But you know what? I got more than one asset class. And I also have a stop loss, so I don't lose more than what the average person does lose. And also, most importantly, Nick, the most important asset on the planet is a business. Is a business. Because when the market starts going down and you're not an expert trader and you don't know how to actually do technical trading where you actually catching the downs and actually making money, most top tier day traders, hedge fund managers, they make more of their wealth in this time than ever before. So if you don't believe it, go check out the book, called Too Big to Fail by Sorkin, and then look at the dude that actually predicted the losses from derivative swap, mortgages, which were toxic assets in 2008, and how this dude saw the trend of this over escalation of prices and the fact that the interest rates were low then, they're lower now than they were in 2008 because some people were able to get, financial loans on mortgages for 1.8%. So when that happens, Nick, people buy more than they can afford and they overextend themselves and then they buy, and they get greedy. And all you got to do, man, is go back and study history. All you got to do back is recent as the savings and loan scandal. Or if you need even more further back, just go back to the Great Depression. And if you study these trends, you'll see that the correction is coming. So the correction is right here. So when one correction is happening, Nick, and people are losing money, on the other side of that coin, people are making more money than they ever made. So right now, if you all of a sudden starting to figure out how to do puts and options, and you have been studying it a long time before and actually executing, you're making a boatload of cash right now. And I find it so funny. They got this great commercial out right now where they have this young black man, and it opens up, and all of a sudden he's at office like, oh man, he looks at his account. I'm a millionaire. Then he goes throw this party. He's paying for all this party. Also, he get an alert on his phone. Oh damn, I'm broke. And then the next minute he's back in the office. He gets another. Oh man, I'm a millionaire again. And then he's putting all this confetti and stuff. Then they start taking his frontage and stuff because he get another alert. Oh man, I'm broke. And that's that seesaw of the crypto market. That's that seesaw of the crypto market. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of people right now that are just in need of some real, true, honest advice. Non-biased, non-commissioned, attachment that the person is making some money from giving you, solid advice. This is when you really need to talk to the professionals who've been through catastrophic financial market changes over the last 3 decades. And I just happen to be one of them. 2001, when the, unfortunately, the Twin Towers were taken down. That was also the people on the evil side. They hedged the stock market because they knew they were going to take these buildings down, and they hedged the stock market even though they got caught. But before they got caught, they made multi-billions of dollars, almost $1 trillion in hedging the market. 2008, same thing. Too Big to Fail. There's 2 dudes, a legendary, that they created the movie off of, and the government refused to pay this dude, and he didn't do anything wrong. He actually was in the red for hundreds of millions because he kept betting against the market being over intoxicated with derivatives and credit swaps. And he was right. And when it started going in reverse and his thing started cashing his options and start calling in, and they just started making billions and billions of dollars, they didn't even pay the dude all the money. They would have owed this dude something like 400 bill. 400 bill. Legally, ethically and morally sound, because he followed the trends. Okay? So we made it through that, and now we got, the pandemic. A lot of people went online. Amazon made trillions because of the force of the pandemic. There's another company, a lot of black businesses that were in the consumerism business made a lot of money. One particular that comes to mind, it's called, Support Black Colleges. I don't know if you've seen that. I sent it to you. So that young brother in his hustle, because people got cave fever, and they just started buying stuff. So the consumerism went up, So now the consumerism is being, met like two, trains crashing because of hyperinflation. But at hyperinflation, guess what? You know who's getting paid big time now? The oil companies, the gas companies. They're getting paid. So when you look at these things, you follow the trends. But if you have your fundamentals in place and you have 3 strategies, you have a security strategy, a success strategy, and a significant strategy. Which one are you executing right now? So when do you pull that option? But if you are just taking advantage of anybody can make money, for prior to the last 6 weeks, when we were about 8-9 months into the pandemic, there were people who figured out that, hey man, I didn't, found the gravy train. And they just kept heating the gravy train, but at the same time, they're not putting a defensive strategy in because they think that train is going to continue to keep going up. When it goes up, it's got to come down at some point in time. So that's what you're seeing right now. So, past Monday, man, the market dropped tremendously. But again, the people in the hedge fund business, experienced, traders that are doing swing trades, options, they made millions and billions of dollars because they seen this video before. And at the same time, if you have a good team that told you a percentage of your portfolio should have went to cash, about 3-4 weeks ago, how do you know what the indicators of the indices are? Immediately, when the gas prices start spiking, that should have told you right there that, inflation is kicking the a-hole out of everybody. And you immediately should have had a cash strategy. And at the same time, for leverage, you should have had a dollar cost and an asset allocation model because, again, if you read the annual reports on your top companies that you're investing in and their earnings report is actually still doing well, guess what you should be doing? You should be buying up a boatload of these super sale stocks. And at the same time, you should be investing in dividends. So I know, it's kind of like an introduction, but so, I'm going to stop right there and then we're going to get to the beginning of the show. But, that's some of the things we're going to be talking about. And then the importance of getting yourself into a master class that will teach you the fundamentals, because we're going to come out of this and you need to be prepared. And most importantly, you need to have access to membership and mentorship. These are important. And again, remember what I always tell people, if you're dealing with a professional and they told you they ain't never had a loss, they're either lying, which is 90% of the time, or their, bulk has not come in for the hit that they're going to take, because that's part of the course. In the hedge fund business, when people invest in venture capitalists, for every 100 investments that they make, 90% of them lose. About 6% of them break even, and about 4% win, and 1 to 2% hit massive home runs that actually make them all the profits that they ever made. And they know that. It's a scientific fact. But also what they're doing? They're not betting everything on one, asset class. And they also too know that the money that they are investing, they can afford to lose it. So if you're going all in and you haven't had an assessment, you haven't had a risk tolerance questionnaire done for yourself, you haven't had a financial analytical report done for yourself, you haven't had a 14-page comprehensive financial plan done for yourself, then right now you are panicking because now all of a sudden your lottery is going out the door. 85 to 88% of lottery winners are broke and actually owe more money 3 years after they win some type of major windfall, because they have none of that stuff in place. And if you came into an inheritance, your parents, somebody, gave you the beneficiary of their estate, and you never had a lump sum of money, you need to be sitting down with a CPA, an estate planner, a registered investment advisor, and a business strategist to make sure that you protect that windfall of money that you've gotten. And right off the jump, you should ask yourself a question. Which plan do I have? Do I have a security plan, a success plan, or a significant plan? Because if you got that windfall, Nick, you were the beneficiary of somebody's significant plan that put their estate in the proper, order. They had a will, they had a trust, and you are the benefit of that. And guess what your responsibility is to do? To do the exact same thing for the next, generation that's coming behind you. And not go out and spend the money. And also don't go out and put your head in the ground, like the ostrich, and hide like the parable of the talents. You still have to do some investing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So these are things that we need to talk to people about, and they need to be aware. They need to come out, and they need to, come to our Master Health and Wealth Back to the Basics class on February 9th. And for 2 hours, we're going to give you everything you need to know from A to Z. And here's the ironic part about it, Nick. This is all in the Family Finance 101 course.
Yes, it is.
That's the irony of it, bro. Basic stuff. Basic stuff. I mean, we've probably over the last 2 months, January, December, almost 2.5 months, man, we probably have talked to 200 people, bro.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
I'm talking about one-on-one. I'm talking about one-on-one. I'm not talking about who's viewed our channels and stuff like. I'm talking about one-on-one. It's the first time in the history of me being in the business that I actually worked during my birthday month because it was in much demand.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally always take the last 2.5 weeks off in December. We just couldn't do it because there were people out there hurting that need help. And it's even now to the point too, man, our calendars are booked. That's a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing because people understand the magnitude of financial education, but they also understand the magnitude, Nick, of actually working with experts who've been around for a long period of time that are licensed. And this is why I always say, man, this is the time, my brother, when you need to be working with a licensed professional.
It is. Yep.
That's right. That's my license, and that's licensed in property and casualty, health, auto, and home. And let me mind you, ladies and gentlemen, I don't write policies. I'm an advocate, but I'm licensed, and I just finished my continuing education, license hours. That's a requirement so that I can stay abreast of the laws as an advocate to fight for you. And so with that said, if this is the first time you're watching the show and you don't know our background, let me just take a step back and tell you a little bit about, our resume. First and foremost, I'm like you. I went to college. I got a college education. And then I earned $60,000 worth of consumable debt. I earned my way to a 525 credit score, and I actually went to school to become a CPA. I did not become a CPA. I actually ended up minoring in accounting because I was like, I don't want to be sitting in front of a monitor, crunching taxes. That didn't excite me. I just was good at it, but that didn't excite me. I could tell you anything about a general ledger, a P&L, a K1, but I couldn't tell you a damn thing, Nick, about personal finances. I couldn't tell you a damn thing about personal finance. But if you put a general ledger in front of me, bro, ask me about depreciable assets, ask me about K1s, man, ask me about anything pertaining to corporate finance, I could tell you all how that works. But if you got and talk to me about emergency fund, bro, you talk to me about a Roth IRA, you talk to me, man, about, bonds and mutual funds, I knew what they were. But for my personal portfolio back then, dude, I couldn't tell you jack. But when I realized where I was, because I tried to buy my first home and I got turned down. I got turned down from, it wasn't because I didn't have the money. I had the money. I had bad credit. Then I started a business, Nick. And then a couple of years later, I got turned down for a small business loan, even though I had a contract for several $100,000 with a multi-billion-dollar company They turned me down for a business line of credit. Now, mind you, this is in the analog days. I'm talking about in the late 90s, 98, 99. You feel me?
Yep.
So I know these young people, the millennials and whatever else, but who are younger than them, they, oh man, well, you could have just Googled and da-da-da-da-da. No, dude, I'm talking about when you still had to go to the library. You had to go take a course. You had to go to these proctor facilities and get the information in the books, which required a lot of time and effort. And people were closed to giving you information. It was like the best kept secret that they wouldn't let you even get the information unless you had some type of degree, certification, class, somebody put you in. You couldn't get access to this stuff, man. So that was during that time, bro. So in the process of that, I used to watch a lot of public broadcast television, PBS. And the beauty of it, PBS used to have financial literacy programs on with Susie Orman, a couple other people. And I would just watch those programs. And then when I looked up and got, declined the first time and then the second time, I just say, you know what, let me buy this package off television. I bought the package off television. I got a book, Nick, called The Road to Wealth. And it was a encyclopedia-sized book, man. But I didn't read the whole damn book. I read the chapter about personal finance. After, hold on, I still think I got that book right. Hold on one second. Let me see something.
Okay.
Let me see something here. I'll be damned. Look at that. Now,
oh, this is it. Oh yeah, that thing looks like an encyclopedia there.
look the size of this book.
Yeah, it looks like an encyclopedia.
Look,
Bible.
Covered, managing debt, money and relationships, home ownership, insurance, paying for college, retirement planning, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, annuities, wills, and trusts. This was the number one. It's everything you need to know in good and bad times. This book came out 2001 was a re-edition. So 2001, bro. And I'm not here to plug Susie Orman, but guess what? Susie Orman did me a solid. I went in, opened up the book, and looked under managing debt, basics of credit card financing, minimum payments, grace periods, late fees, annual fees, interest rates, how to negotiate credit card debt and relationships. This book is powerful, man. I don't get no plugs, and you can hate on this lady all you want, but she gave me the financial Bible, somebody who was educated, got a minor in accounting, and didn't know a damn thing about personal finances, Nick. But when I went in that book and read the portion on personal finance, credit card debt primarily, and how to negotiate and get my stuff back, 12 months after that, my 525 went to a 700. 24 months from that day, my credit score went to 800, and I didn't look back. And from that, I built the Family Finance 101 curriculum and start teaching people what I had saved myself. And also, ladies and gentlemen, my mother was a victim of predatory lending in the early 90s and also a victim of identity theft in the late 90s. So in the course of 5 years, we saw every financial wreck that our family could see, bro.
Wow.
But we wasn't calling out for the stimulus and the handout. My mother's a prideful person. She wasn't complaining to anybody. She just strapped up, worked 2 jobs. And then when I found out how to get this stuff done, man, I helped my mom out, got myself out of debt, paid off $60,000 worth of debt, paid off my student loan, and started looking at those basics. And then I created a curriculum for people who look like us. And I created a curriculum for people middle class that had no age, no creed, no color, no ethnicity, but it was an economic group of people who were not getting this information, Nick. And then when I realized, which I already knew because I used to play Monopoly as a kid, I was like, wait a minute, man. The way to get wealthy is to buy property and buy businesses. Basic game that we played since I was 6 years old, man. I said, wait a minute. If I apply some of this stuff might just work.
Yeah.
So I took that business, and then instead of paying high taxes on the revenues on that business, I took the top revenue dollar and I acquired real estate. You know why? Because I started reading autobiographies of the wealthiest people in America. Ford, Rockefeller, the Vanderbilts, the Kennedys. And you know what everything they had in common? They were taking their companies, Hershey's. Hershey's built a whole, development of homes and stuff. Hershey, Pennsylvania. The Pullmans in Chicago for the railroad. You know what they did? They would start a business, start a foundation, and then they would buy real estate and rent the real estate out to people and pay less taxes on it. I said, wait a minute. So that's the road to wealth. Business, buy real estate, entity structure, debt freedom, credit scores, lines of credit. It ain't no secret. You just got to get access to it and then apply it. And then I started finding out about the tax laws, foundation laws, estate taxes. And I just started applying that basic stuff. So now you can see the tragedy coming because of the greed. And then you just go, okay, I got my security plan in place. And what's the security plan? The security plan is, number one, take on no debt. Stop the consumable debt madness.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm going to take debt, I have to have leverage that actually makes me money and buys me assets. And then once I pay off all the consumable debt and I live beneath my means and I start slowly accumulating assets because I did a risk tolerance questionnaire and I discern what type of investor I am at what age of my life. Because as everything in life, Nick, you should be constantly evolving because you're constantly educating yourself. And if you're educating yourself, the number one thing that you should do is application. I'm going to say that again. The number one thing you should do is application. There's nothing worse than an educated person that doesn't apply anything. This is the reason why the educational institutional system in college is antiquated, because you got professors, women and men, who out there talking about stuff they ain't never done because they got tenure. They ain't never ran a business. They ain't never had a risk, and they politic their way to a position, and they're trying to tell you stuff that is antiquated. So why are they not evolving and teaching social media, digital assets in the institutions right now? Get certifications. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So now in that security plan is get my credit score up to above 720, get my debt to income ratio below 20%, should never go over 25%, pay off all my debt if it's possible, buy a property. If you're single and you're young in your age group, before I buy a home, I'm going to buy a rental property and start a business and have somebody paying my rent. Because the American dream is not necessarily having a house, because you got real estate taxes, maintenance, assessments. In my state that I reside in, if you don't escrow, which I don't because I'm letting somebody hold my money and make money off of me, I pay my own real estate taxes once a year, right? So I just wrote a 5-figure check for real estate taxes. But that 5-figure check was coming from business investments in the market. So I was getting myself a 12-20% return on that money so I could write that check. And then, as wisely as we do, I use credit as a utility. Money is a utility. You understand? You shouldn't be chasing money. You should be chasing quality of life and using the tools the proper way. So part of that utility, Nick, is I take my business credit cards, I pay for the taxes, get the rewards, and then before 30 days is up, I pay it off in full, so I get the double bang.
There you go.
And people know this stuff, but see, here's the reality is, them 4 dirty little words. And I'm kind of bouncing all over the place, but this is just what God is telling me to share with the people right now, Nick. So those 4 dirty little words. Number 1, discipline. Forget about resolutions. You got to have a plan of action. 22 is about a plan of action. The first thing is discipline yourself. And we all get off. Dude, I fell off my discipline because I've been working out hard for the last 18 months. And the last 3 days, man, I ain't worked out not at all because, dude, this is sometimes, man, you just take a break. You go to your conference, do what you got to do, and it just get behind you. And then you realize, man, I'm feeling a little down. So, but again, the discipline part ties into the accountability. So if you got the knowledge, but you ain't applying it, who's holding you accountable, picking up that phone, hitting that email, kicking you in your ass and saying, Nick, why ain't you doing A, B, and C?
Right.
And we all have down days. I had a friend of mine had a down day. And I say, it's right. We have down days. I have down days. But who can you call to kick you in your butt or uplift you? So once you have that discipline and that accountability to people or where you want to go, Nick, then you plug into what? The system. If your system ain't working, get a system that does work. And mind you, ladies and gentlemen, guys and girls, boys and girls, if your system and your accountability partners are people at your level, you're losing. Because if you're the smartest person in the room and the smartest person in your group, and you're not some genius, then you're losing. Okay? And then when you put the last word together, so it's discipline, accountability, plug into a winning system, tried and true, is weather the storms, and then put your head down and put the work, and you will get from security to success. What is success? My definition of success is that I have reoccurring income coming in passively that is 2x my reoccurring expenses. So when there's a market correction, I'm not panicking. Even though I may lose a little bit of money here and there, I still have that lifestyle that's never going away. That's success, okay? And then if you get to the ultimate goal, which is significance, that's when you set up your succession plan, your estate plan. You make sure the transfer of wealth is being transferred to your children, your children's children for, generations to come. And in these point in times, you're basically just leveraging the marketplace because you're now using that word that I don't really care for, but you've diversified your portfolio and your asset classes. And so those asset classes are business first, real estate, stocks, dividends, loaning money through private lending, different types of vehicles that you can utilize, Nick. And if you are watching this and you don't have those all set out, you are the person that needs to be in the master class, and you need to get the back to the basics bundle, because the execution of fundamentals of success is what gets you out of this, and you'll come out of this wealthier. And I'll challenge you this: if in 2017, if your buying power and your leverage is not greater by almost 1 to 2x in 2022, you got the wrong plan, you got the wrong system, and most importantly, Nick, you got the wrong team. Because every 5 years, your income, your wealth should be going up by 5 to 10% if you're doing the right things right. And hyperinflation, we're not going to be in hyperinflation forever. It's like anything else. It's going to run its course, and there's going to be another, shift in the market. And are you ready to take those shifts and take advantage of them where you're not panicking? You see what I'm saying? So with that said, man, let's take a quick break, and then we'll come back and then we'll jump into some great tips. So y'all get y'all book out, take your notes, because I'm gonna run down some great stuff for you. So we'll be right back. You're watching Nick's Knowledge and Notions, and this is the Back to the Basics episode about health and wealth with DJ the Money Coach and Nick Westbrooks.
That's right. All right. Be right back.
Hey everybody, this is DJ the Money Coach. You just saw me give you 5 secrets to accumulating wealth in the wintertime. Secret number 1, only acquire real estate in the off season. I only acquire real estate from October to January for the past 20 years, and that has helped me create a strong six-figure income and a seven-figure net worth. And I can teach you how to do the same thing. I'm going to help you and guarantee you how to acquire a property in the next 30 days exclusively for the first 10 people only here on the Classy Climb. I'm going to get you a $15,000 property with a 12% rate of return in the next 30 days if you're wise enough to invest in yourself. Because if you want to achieve the pom-pom lifestyle, which is plenty of money and peace of mind, then you have to learn the secrets of the wealthy. And the first rule is make your money on the acquisition, not on the sale. I'm DJ the Money Coach. Come join us on the Beaches of the World Club for the first 10 people only, exclusively. I'll see you in the webinar.
Hi, everybody. My name is Altavis F. Fleary. I am a notary and loan signing agent. I'm currently working with DJ the Money Coach on setting up my financial business strategies for my business operations. So far, DJ's been great. He gives great advice, and I'm looking forward to continue to work with his team and making sure that we set me up for the near future. Thanks again, DJ.
All right, and welcome back. Welcome back to Nick's Knowledge and Notions NQ Science Series. You're getting some powerful information from DJ tonight about the markets, about your health, and about getting back to the basics. So, DJ, let's go ahead and jump into those tips.
Yeah, let's jump into those tips. So, Nick, you know me, man. I like to give people some great books to get a hold to. So, and I'm gonna give a free one. You know, these are generally what I give to my members. But tonight we need to get you right. Okay. So one of the books I want you to take advantage of is called Tax Free Wealth. Tax Free Wealth by Tom Wheelwright, CPA. Okay. Tax Free Wealth. Tax Free Wealth. This is a great book to show you how to access the tax leveraging practices across the board, from businesses to estate planning to kid taxes, to showing you the myth of one example, because most people that we work with a middle class are generally people have incomes of $50,000 to $250,000 that are generally aged 25 to 65, right? So one of the things that people are sold a lot in the middle class, especially professional middle class, is 529 plans for their children. Well, my man Tom Wheelwright tells you the power of actually investing in actual investments through estate strategies, which I've always known that are far better and superior to 529. I have never sold anybody a 529, Nick. Never. Don't have them for my children, because you know why? Because I have businesses and tax strategies and take advantage of the tax laws that are far superior than a 529 can ever provide me for a college fund. You see what I'm saying? So that's just one tip. So again, do the research and you'll see that the 529 is constantly modifying itself so it can capture more professional middle class people business. But at the end of the day, if you don't need the 529 or you go to a certain state and you get taxed up the wazoo, because the 529 works like an IRA. And I'm just gonna leave at that. So that's one book that you should get. Now, I know a lot of people, they talk about Bitcoin, crypto, and all that stuff, Coinbase and all that. So I believe you should be knowledgeable about all, disruptive currencies, technologies, because eventually we will be using them in the mainstream. But this is still a disruptive technology that a lot of people don't know a lot about. But a lot of people are making money, but they're making fool's money. And dumb money is attracted to these things, right? So I got another book for you. Okay, this book right here is going to basically tell you how Bitcoin got started. So this is called the Bitcoin Standard. Okay, I got to pronounce this dude's name right. I'm gonna get it wrong, but I'm just gonna. It's Amos. His last name is Ammous. Amos. Safedine Amos, The Bitcoin Standard. And you should get this book so that you can understand the origin, the history of what the technology that's behind Bitcoin. Okay. Again, go back to the basics and the fundamentals. Okay. So I've got people that call me, hey man, I put $4,000, I'm up to $30,000. That's awesome. I'm excited for you. But here's what they don't tell you. Bitcoin is an asset and it's earned income. So even if you are able to use it for a regular purchase, Nick, you are being taxed on that, and you also being transacted to death. Because you got to look at the wallets that are created, the block systems behind Bitcoin. Who's making the money big time on Bitcoin right now? It's the actual vehicles that actually create blockchain to actually hold your wallet. So when you want to transact the Bitcoin, they're charging you very high transaction fees. Nobody ever talks about that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody talks about it. And then when you want to utilize it, ask yourself a question. If it's so safe, and I've heard many horror stories about people getting their Bitcoins and their currency, cryptocurrency stolen. If it's so tractable, why can't you get your money back when it's stolen? But at the end of the day, it is a very powerful institution, and you should utilize it in your strategy of your actual back to the basics fundamental platform in your security, in your success platform, and understand it fully before you dive 100% into it. You should put a little bit in there and learn it strategically, and then ask yourself, what is the timeline that I'm going to utilize this in my regular life to live off on a daily basis? One of the things that we do in the risk tolerance questionnaire is we ask a basic question is, what is your personal timeline of executing your financial strategy? Is it 15 years from today? Is it 10 years from today? Is it 5 years from today? Or is it less than 5 years? Because let's say, for instance, if I'm 65 years of age and I've already done all my strategy, I'm probably in a income growth mindset or conservative, which means preserve all of my principal and live off my interest for the rest of my life. So I can't be taking super risks. Or if I am, Nick, I have a set aside play money like going to Vegas that I can lose, and it would not affect anything that I'm doing in the current day and age, or even when I pass away for my, inheritance to my beneficiaries. But most people don't have that plan in place. Okay. So that's a book that they should get immediately. That book, The Bitcoin Standard and The Tax-Free Wealth. And then the most important book, if you don't believe it, the book according to the gospel of DJ the Money Coach, you should get the ABCs of Wealth, the common sense strategy to achieve an American dream. And let me tell you why this book is important. And it ain't important because I got my name on it. What's important about it, Nick, is 20 years of actual sitting down with 25,000 people, corporations, non-for-profits, churches, truck institutions, YMCA, and I'm literally showing you and telling you about the experiences that I've garnered over my career to help you where you are. So when you see the testimonials that people give to us, I'm usually, Nick, telling them stuff that I've already experienced that they're just starting and embarking upon that they could never do because they haven't had the experience yet.
Right.
So one of the good things in a sports analogy is that we're in football season. So we talk about the championship of the Super Bowl and the Super Bowl retirement is that if I'm a new first round draft pick quarterback and I got a seasoned quarterback in front of me, he can tell me what to expect in the league, how to read a defense because he's seen it. Now, the first round draft pick might be more talented, might be quicker or bigger, but he ain't seen the rush. He ain't seen the cover two. He ain't seen, certain type of defensive schemes. But the vet, he's seen it. He can say, hey, Nick, check it out. Hey, man, when the market's getting ready to crash, dude, you should have a percentage of your portfolio in cash based on your age and your income. And then if you have certain stocks that have been winners and they're actually going down, you should be hedging them as they go down and play that game. And then you should buy them down here. Look at the 52-week low, the 52-week high. See where it is right now. And through dollar cost averaging, Nick, and asset allocation, if you're doing $500 a month, you could probably get $1,000 worth of stock. And then guess what, Nick? As another, wisdom nugget, because you're smarter than me, you're younger than me, and you're faster than me, Nick, guess what you should be doing? You should be systematically acquiring some dividend stock for when you get to be my age. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think I got you by 23, 24 years, somewhere in there.
Yep.
But if you want to be successful like I am at my age, where you are, and I tell you the blueprint and give you the cheat codes, all you got to do is do them. Mm. You don't even have to be smart. Mm. You see what I'm saying? So if you all of a sudden took your $500 a month because we got you out of debt completely, isn't that correct?
That's correct.
We lowered your auto insurance payment by over $100. So we freed up $600 a month, $7,200 a year for you. And if you just did the stuff that I'm doing now, you'd have $500,000 to an extra $1,000,000 in the bank. How do we know? Let's just go to the book, mathematical science. Okay. Mm-hmm. You're 31, Nick. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. So Nick, so you want to have $1 million by the time you get my age, right?
That's right.
Okay, so in the book, this is mathematical. This is what they call actuary science, ladies and gentlemen. Actuary science. Look it up. Look up and see what an actuary is. These are the people who actually draft financial products and services for companies to make money off you in the insurance, annuity, and financial services business to tell you what their risk is to make money off of you. Okay, so in the actuary table, or what they call a mortgage table, they say, okay, here it is. Nick, 31 years of age, he wants to have $1 million in the bank. Okay, if he gets 3% return until he gets my age, which is in my 5th decade, he would have to put aside $1,418 a month. And if you did that, Nick, every month, starting February, at 60, you will have $1 million in the bank. Ain't nothing you can do to stop that. That is empirical science. Okay, I'm gonna highlight this right here in the book. 31 years of age, invest $1,468 for the next 30 years. You will have $1 million in the bank guaranteed, Nick. And I'll take all your money, Nick. If you don't believe me, I'll put all my money that I got, bet against your money that you got, that if you get a 3% return, which is what normal inflation is, and in 30 years, you put $1,418 every month with a 3% return, you'll have $1 million, Nick. So I'll put my $1 million up right now that I got versus your, 50,000. And if you don't do it, you win. But if you do it and you have the $1 million, you give me all your loot. Agree? Okay. Now, if you got a 6% return, look at this. If you got a 6% return, brother, I don't know if they can see that. Probably ain't highlighted deep enough. But can you see that?
Yeah, let me blow it up.
Yeah, blow that up, bro. Look at that.
Yep, I can see it.
$760, bro. That's called actuary science. So if you put $760 a month aside right now at 31, Nick, and you get a 6% compounded interest return, you're gonna have $1 million. Ain't nothing you can do to stop it, bro. Now, let's say you, like all our executive members over the last 5 years, you've been getting a 12% return on everything. Now, here's what a lot of people don't understand. When I say everything, Nick, I talk about when I reduce your car payment, right, on your auto insurance. If I saved you $100 on your auto insurance, what percentage did I save you monthly? Over 100%. If I get you to pay off your car early and you're no longer paying 8% interest, what did I just save you? 8%. Yes or no? Right. So sometimes people get it conflicted thinking that I'm saying, I'm going to get you a 12% return in the market. No, I'm going to eliminate that 22% interest that you're paying on that credit card. I'm going to eliminate that 30% extra you paying on that homeowner's insurance, that car insurance, and I'm going to put that money back in your pocket. In addition to, I'm going to show you how to find dividend stocks to make you 7 to 12% return. Can't guarantee any of it, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you what I'm no longer. I am no longer a registered investment advisor or certified financial planner. But I've been doing this for 25 years. Okay? So if you got a 12% return, Nick, put me back on the screen again, brother.
Gotcha.
Can you see what it says? What does it say right above my finger?
It says move it to the it says 183.
$183, Nick. If you get a 12% return every year over the next 30 years, you are guaranteed, brother, $1 million. This is what actuary science is. There's a thing in the insurance business called reinsurance. Okay. Here's what the insurance companies and financial institutions and annuity companies do. When you get a policy, Nick, let's put it this way. You get $1,000 insurance policy on my life. Okay. And at 5 decades in existence of living, let's say they charge you $100 for that policy, right? They turn around and they get a reinsurance policy and they pay $30. So it's a $70 spread. Or if I got bad health and I'm a rated, at my age, then they're paying $70. So then there's a $30 spread. So they're not even losing when they're paying out claims. And based on the probability, Nick, again, back to actuary science, they know the likelihood of you passing away outside of some, airplane crash, car crash. But they look at all the data. You feel me?
Okay.
So my question is, why aren't you looking at all the data? Because it's available to you. You can Google it now. So now I look at that policy that you put on me for $1,000 and they charge you $100, and you see reinsurance is $30 because I'm preferred plus. What is that? Excellent credit, 800. Excellent health. So I pay the least at my age, even though it's more expensive than at your age, but still, because reinsurance, Nick, they have a policy to hedge their losses. What's going on in the market right now? Everybody's in a panic because those who are really panicked, they have not hedged or leveraged a defensive strategy. I'm going to say that again. They have not hedged or leveraged a defensive strategy. The best kept secret on the planet, Nick, is a best CPA that can give you a defensive strategy first and foremost for your business. Because all businesses have ebb and flow. There's companies that are just in the business of acquiring businesses. It's called a leverage buyout. When companies are either growing real well or they're bad. Only time companies sell is two occasions, Nick. When they're doing better than they ever imagined or they're doing worse than they ever imagined, that's when they sell. They don't sell when it's just doing, standard. Okay? So now you've taken that strategy, Nick, and now you have secured your success platform. And so when you get to your 6 figures with no debt, your lifestyle really ain't going to change no matter what's going on in the economy. So guess what? You should get the Family Finance 101 just to learn these questions, because at 12%, Nick, can you put aside $183 every month come rain or shine, even when the market is tumultuous right now?
Yeah, definitely.
Are you not contributing to your Roth IRA on an average every month automatically?
Yep.
So guess what? When you pick those certain platforms with Melvin, 94.7% of performance in portfolios are based on the choice of the actual asset. I'm going to say that again. 94.7%. This is based on a Harvard white pages. So what does that mean, ladies and gentlemen? When I look at my risk tolerance questionnaire, figure out if I'm a conservative investor, income investor, moderate investor, growth investor, or an aggressive investor. Now, after I've determined that, Nick, now I say I'm interested in looking at the energy sector of investing. I'm going to look at gas companies, oil companies, pipelines, etc., all around the energy sector, solar. You see what I'm saying? So now I look at those sectors. I look at Exxon. I look at Chevron. I look at Valero. I look at Shell. So I look at those energy. Then I look at the pipelines that bring the oil, the crude oil, whatever, right? So I'm looking at all of those, and then I say, okay, now I'm going to take my asset allocation model, my dollar cost, and I'm going to put $100 every month, 183. And I'm going to pick which ones based on their returns over the past 10 years, based on their prospectus and their annual report. And I'm going to systematically do my due diligence and pick the right one and put it on automatic. Because now I'm going to be in a buy and hold phase. And when the market is going up, my portfolio is increasing, right? When the market goes down, you may think that you're losing, but because dollar cost averaging and asset allocation, if you picked it right, based on that 94.7%, you're getting stuff on sale. So instead of getting one share of whatever, ABC oil, ABC solar, ABC pipeline, I'm now getting 1.5 shares, 1.25 shares. And when it comes back up, because you put it in the proper index fund or ETF, you're now getting 2 to 3 times more than the average person because it's going to come back up. And now your 183 is garnering you 200, 220, 230 a month in physical stock assets based on your personal choice of doing your due diligence on the front end. You see what I'm saying? And so now if you're sitting down with your team and it is making drastic dumps and some of the stocks are negative that they're not coming back, and you're saying that technology is actually replacing some of them, then you strategically back out some of those that you made massive returns on because you put a stop loss at certain points, and then you migrate over to the new technology, still using dollar cost averaging and asset allocation in your portfolio. Okay? So you've done that, so you're excited. And if you went to cash properly, dude, in 2008, I took all, because I was still licensed, I was still a chartered senior financial planner. I took all of my clients and put 25% based on what their age and their asset allocation model was and their risk tolerance questionnaire, 25 to 40% of them, we took them to cash, and they lost no more than 7% for the whole 2 years from 2008, 2009, when other people, managers would, professional money managers were losing 30, 40, 50, 60%. And then them same vehicles, Nick, they all came back by 2013 and actually grew by another 30% based off what they had lost. But you can't do that if you don't have a team or unless you have the time to watch the market on a daily basis. I don't have the time to watch the market on a daily basis right now because we've been doing so many bigger investments that I have to have Melvin do that for me. Because that's his job, 24/7. He's watching the stock market. He's trading on a regular basis every day. You see what I'm saying? So now let me get to the tips. So here's the first thing that you should be doing in the back to the basics. If you don't have a will, shame on you. And I'm talking about people that are, these are the people that definitely should have a will regardless. If you are 40 to 65 years of age and you have at least 100 grand, you should have a damn will. And if you are 25 to 35, you should have a durable power of attorney, and you should also be looking at a living trust. Because what are we in right now? We're still in the pandemic. We're coming out of it. But what's happening, just like I said at the beginning of the show, you know, the godfather of my children was in ICU because of the pandemic and the COVID, right? And he actually was put on a ventilator. But if he didn't have a durable power of attorney, they may not have done that, and he could not be with us, possibly. You see what I'm saying? Because now the powers that be, they make the choice or the choice not to resuscitate you or to pull the plug. So, number one, you should have a will. Number two, you should have a durable power of attorney. If you have $100,000 worth of assets, house, portfolio, business, you should have a living trust. Number three, you should have a debt freedom strategy in place. Number four, you should have a health analysis. Why is that important? You should be checking your oxygen levels, your blood pressure, your diabetes, your vitamin D. You should be checking out, for brain, Alzheimer's. You should be reading, doing puzzles. This stuff that when you get older, you have to use that muscle. So if you haven't gotten your annual checkup, you haven't gotten your mammogram, your colonoscopy, you should go do that, especially if you're in our community, bro.
Mm-hmm.
There's no excuses now. We're playing, dude, real time. And if you don't realize, we are in a phase where the corporate entity is doing population depopulation. You are the number one, what they call it when they use you as the person to sample you. What they call it, species, or what it was when they use you as the example to actually do the test on.
I just think guinea pigs. But
Guinea pig, yeah. Guinea pig. It's another. So you should be up on that. So you should get a health analysis. You should get your BPIs checked. You should get your oxygen levels checked. You should find out, what things are working well, what things are not, where you are in your age on the health thing, your flexibility. These are things that give you wealth, okay? Number five, you should have a hedge strategy for your portfolio of all your asset classes. That's your business, your real estate, your paper assets. All of those, you should be having an assessment done on all of those and have a hedge leverage strategy. Okay? Number six, you should have your plan for 2022, not your, New Year's resolution, but your game plan that's a 5-year plan. Your plan should address the next 60 days, 12 months, 36 months, and 5 years. And where are you on that continuum of your plan? We at DJ the Money Coach, we're in the beginning of the the beginning of the 3rd year of our 5-year plan. Because we started April 20th of 2020. So April 20th of 2022 will be 2 years. So we're starting to embark upon our 3rd year, but we're executing year 2 plan. And have we not seen ebbs and flows in our business?
Yes, we have.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we didn't get rattled. We were disappointed. We were frustrated. But I seen this video, and I'm not patting myself on the back, but I think I've been a good general and a good captain of the ship. Commander, would you say so?
Absolutely.
We made some massive corrections, which we had. We got the wrong people off the ship. We put the right people on the ship, and we're going upwards. Doubling, tripling, real talk. Okay? So you should have your plan 22. And how do you have your plan 22? You know how you do that? Number 7 is you input and access STEAM. So write this down, ladies and gentlemen. STEAM, science, technology, entrepreneurship, access to mentorship. But you can't get the mentorship without Nick. What's the other one? Membership.
Yeah.
And right now, it's more important to have access to mentorship than ever before, because if you have never seen this video, if you are, how old were you in 2008, Nick?
22. I was 28, I think it was.
No, you weren't no 28. In 2008.
2008. 2008.
Yeah. 14 years ago. So you were 17, right?
Yeah. I was 17,
you were graduating. You were in your last year of high school, right?
Yeah, I was second to the last. Yeah.
Right. So what's the actuality you were really paying attention to the market, business, stocks, and stuff? In real talk.
Zero.
Unless you were a prodigy, right?
Right. Yeah.
unless you came up in a house like, Rodney pays attention to that because I've been teaching them because that's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
But the average person that's a professional like you had no idea. You just heard what your parents, and if your parents took care of their stuff, which they did, they probably wasn't saying too much about it because they didn't lose their house, did they?
Nope.
They were steady as to go. But guess what? Most of the people your age now, they didn't really understand the magnitude of what was going on in 2008. They know about it now, and they use it as a historical reference. But if this is your first time experiencing it, it's still relatively new, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So now that's what STEAM becomes important, because now I can show you case studies and samples of, hey, Nick, here's what happened 2008 to 2012, and here's how it parallels what's happening right now in 2022. Do you see?
Looks like did we lose DJ? Maybe his device died. Okay, he's coming back. All right, here we go.
Hey man, guess what? The adversary don't want us giving you this information, baby.
Yeah.
Because as soon as I tell you, do you see the similarities, that you can actually look and say, wow, you know what? This happened there. So wisdom, see, this is where wisdom comes in. Your wisdom you gain from me because you're taking my experience and saying, oh, if the market did this when DJ the Money Coach was in 2008, 2012, and these are the moves that DJ did right, if I do those, I'm going to magnify the opportunity. But if I don't, and I do what they didn't do, here's what's going to be the downside. Because there ain't going to be another government bailout. You see what I'm saying? So now, after you got number 7, which is STEAM, and that means in the 7 spheres of money, okay? So right now, see, now we're in reaction mode instead of being proactive. So you already have to have your accounting relationship, your insurance relationship, your banking relationship, your financial planning relationship, your real estate relationship, your estate planning relationship, your legal, and your business coach to actually lead you through this labyrinth of, market correction. And what do I say, Nick? Normally, people only deal with their accountant during tax time right now. That's reactionary. You should have been dealing with your accountant last May, June, doing the projections like we talked in the 5 secrets of building wealth in the wintertime. Didn't we say the winter is coming?
Yes, we did. Yeah.
It is. It is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, you knocking off, dude. Do you know how old that saying is? Hundreds of years old, and it's here now. Did you pay attention then we said the winter is coming? Or were you like the grasshopper, fucking around, playing while the ant was working and the bee was working, right? And now the winter's here. You the one knocking on everybody's door asking for some food, some eggs, some bacon, a generator. But when it was all oxen free, play, you were the one getting the most fun. So now you take that, and now you got to apply these words here. Number 8, you got to apply the 4 P's. Okay? But before I talk about the 4 P's again. So most people are reactionary. They only deal with their accountant during tax time, not before tax time. They only deal with an attorney or a real estate banker when they're actually acquiring something they didn't plan. What we teach in Family Finance 101, Nick, is start planning 6 months in advance so you can take advantage of the market. Because you know what? If you plan right now and you got yourself pre-approved at a locked-in price, a credit score, and a down payment when times are going good, and now the market's happening, guess what you got? Motivated sellers, brother. Motivated sellers. And I'm going to tell you guys this. I ain't bought anything retail, dude, in 15 years. I'm talking about houses, cars, real estate, businesses. I'm always buying on a discount. Are you down with the discount? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So guess what? What did we do in the last master class? I think we had 4 businesses represented in the last master class.
We did.
They were offering us a deep discount to infuse them with capital and advice and access to our network. You see what I'm saying? Thank you. Thank you, Allison. We appreciate that. Make sure, Allison, right now, you share this connection with 5 people right now. Tell them, come on in and actually listen to this gospel according to DJ the Money Coach. Because this is real. Okay? So right now, Nick, we got people who are willing to let us buy into their businesses because what we did, we were proactionary in the 3rd year of our 5-year plan for our business and for our executive members. So now we're going to get access to those businesses at a deeper discount. You know why? Because the market correction is making the value of their business less. So they need more what? Capital. And cash is king, which we got.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So now if you are reactionary, you are actually panicking. Because guess what? If you got a good CPA, a good attorney, a good financial planner, they busier than a one-legged man in a butt-kicking contest. That's how you know they good. Because everybody, they tell, hey, man, I'm booked until April. Can't help you. But if you got access with us, we can get on the phone and get people working with you right now. Membership has its advantages.
Yes, it does.
Real talk. So you know what? Let's take another break, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about 8, 9, and 10, about the 4 Ps, the 4 dirty little words, and what does a championship retirement Super Bowl victory look like from having a plan for 2022. So this is, take it away. It's your show, brother. You tell them to take us to the break.
Oh, yeah. You're watching Nick's Knowledge and Notions. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back after these messages.
What's going on, everyone? My name is Tajir. I'm a young professional from New York. I just want to give a big shout out to DJ, the Money Coach. I had a consultation call with him, and it was amazing. I learned about so many things, from insurance to buying real estate and getting leverage on transactions to tax loopholes, tax pitfalls, 401ks, IRAs, much, much, much more. If you're on the verge, if you want to advance your financial future and you're not sure what you do or where to go, I definitely recommend seeing DJ, the Money Coach.
Toledo Organic Tequila is so crisp, so incredibly smooth. It's simply in a category by itself. This is luxury. Life tastes better naturally, so should your tequila. This is Toledo. Enjoy responsibly. Visit ToledoTequila.com to get your bottle of Toledo Organic Tequila. Get a 10% discount on DJ the Money Coach by entering promo code MONEY at checkout. Again, that's ToledoTequila.com, promo code MONEY to get 10% off your Toledo purchase. All right, and welcome back to Nick's Knowledge and Notions NQ Science Series. DJ the Money Coach has been giving you tips for dealing with the correction in the market and with getting back to the basics of your finances. So he's going to pick up with what are we? Tip number 7.
Yep, tip number 7 and 8. So before we do that, hey man, put up there that like, that share, and that subscribe, and tell them people to get on and let the gospel, according to DJ the Money Coach, set you free. Because again, if you don't think we're not dropping you priceless gems and nuggets, then your wood is wet, baby. And what does wet wood do? It sinks. And there's a lot of wood sinking right now because there's a lot of people in panic mode. And guess what? Do I look like I'm in a panic? Man, I'm having the time of my life, baby.
That's right.
Time of my life. You know, when real test of character is how men and women react in hard times.
Mm-hmm.
Real leadership is how men and women react in hard times. So we're winners, leaders, and shepherds. And right now, we need to be shepherding our flock because they are sheep and they need to be protected. Real talk. So the stuff that we're sharing with you is stuff that you need to be doing. And if I never see you or meet you personally, I can guarantee you, I give you 3 guesses, and the first 2 don't count, that these gonna make you right like rain. And the only way they're gonna make you right like rain, if the next thing you do is jot down this information. Get ready to write this information and share this gospel to your family and your friends, especially if you look like me and Nick. So y'all ready to do this? Let's do this. So number 8, let me give a recap real quickly. So if you just chiming in, these are 10 tips back to the basics of health and wealth to protect you in this correction in the market. So you don't have to jump off, a cliff, and you don't have to jump out no windows. Number 1, a will. Number 2, a durable power of attorney. If you have at least $100,000 in assets, a living trust. Number 3, executing your debt freedom program. Number 4, a health analysis. If you're a woman, get your checkup, get your mammogram, get yourself checked out. If you're a man, get your physical, check your, blood levels, check your oxygen levels, get exercise. These things are important because if I had to wish any bad thing on you, I would never wish bad health. I wish you be broke because guess what? You can recover from that. My grandfather told me, the great Henry Duransburg, he said, son, if you lose money, you lost nothing. You lose a friend, you lost something. But if you lose your name in the marketplace, you lost everything. So if you don't go get your health checked out, you lost everything. Money, nothing. Real talk. Because if you got skills, which we should have put on there. So we're going to put on there number 5A. You have to have transformational digital skills in the 21st century. Transformational digital skills. And if you haven't checked out our homeboy, Master IT, and you don't have skills right now, you need to plug into Master IT programs and get you some certifications in the digital world. That's Master IT. Look him up. YouTube him. He's on Tuesday's Technology with Ericka Williams, and he is a client of ours and a great advocate for technology, and he's amazing. Digital skills, okay? Number 5, hedge your portfolios. If you don't know what the word hedge is, look it up in the dictionary. Hedge fund managers do this very well. They invest in all different types of sectors and industries and money, and they know a percentage for every 100 investments they put out on the marketplace, ladies and gentlemen. They know 90% of them are going to lose. I'm going to say this again. They know 90% of them are going to lose. Do they want them to lose? Absolutely not. They know about 4% of them are going to break even. So 6%, 2 to 3% going to do be good. And then the last 2 to 3% going to hit super duper home runs. And them the only ones they talk about. That's the same thing with venture capitalists, angel investors. Look at their portfolios. But if you don't know this, you're in a panic because you don't have a hedge portfolio. So look at all your asset classes: business, real estate, stocks, mutual funds, bonds, coupons. Look at all of that with a registered investment advisor. Unless you want to just, invest yourself and you're a prodigy, hey, go right ahead. God bless you. I love you. Okay. So that's number 5. Number 6, plan 2022 for you. Plan 2022. And where are you in the continuum of your plan? Is this the first 60 days of your plan? Is this the first year of your plan? Is this the 3rd year of your 5-year plan? Where are you? We're in the 3rd year of our 5-year plan and we're winning. But we took some hits in August. We took some hits in September. We took some hits in October. And what did I do, Nick? I got rid of the dead weight.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And you know why I was able to do that without panic? I was disappointed. I was upset. But I knew we were going to win because I built 12 companies. 8 of them failed catastrophically. But you know what I did? I learned from those And then I looked at the 4 that I created that was successful, that was 7-figure companies, and I just applied what worked right. And then guess what? We put a new player on the team. Did we not?
Yes,
High
you
character,
did.
high integrity, workhorse, young, knows the business. And Kadera Muhammad put our systems in place and put us on steroids, and we just been exploding through the atmosphere. So if you need systems, funnels, direct text, marketing, tools, you need to contact Kadera Muhammad at omnipotentmarketing.com. And you can see the video testimonial that DJ the Money Coach did for, unsolicited by her, because she hit it out the park for us. And she is making it rain, and put that together with our team led by Nick Westbrooks, who was a client of mine 3 years ago and now became my business manager, who knew nothing about business, but he had integrity, character, trustworthy, and a superior work ethic. I knew I could mold him because he was learnable, teachable, and duplicatable, and we created success. Okay? So now, number 7, STEAM. It's an acronym, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Science, technology, entrepreneurship, access to mentorship, but you got to have membership in order to take advantage. Why is science important? Because everything is about science, baby. Crypto, that's science technology. Technology goes without saying. Artificial intelligence, electronic cars, autonomous vehicles. You need to be abreast on that stuff. Your children need to know how to program and code. It's not an option. The E is for engineering, which is self-explanatory, but you have to be an entrepreneur, because guess what? In 2000, 96, 97, to say you are an entrepreneur as a black man or black woman, that was a, backhanded, complimented that you're lazy, you can't keep a job. But now everybody's an entrepreneur. But I'm a tried and true OG entrepreneur. That's number 7. So let's get into how you now, I've given you the actual knowledge, and knowledge without works is dead. Correct, Nick? Knowledge without works is dead. Or in essence, what the believers in religion and God, they say faith without works is dead. So let me give you the work you got to do. Number 1, you got to apply the 4 P's. What are the 4 P's of success? Number 1, professionalism. What does professionalism mean? That means that you speak the king's English. You dress the king's part. You do what you're supposed to do as a professional. If the meeting is 8 p.m., you're there at 7:45 because we start at 8 p.m. That don't mean walk into the freaking door at 8. That means be there at 7:45. That's professionalism. That's number 1 P. Number 2 P, you have to be persistent. If you have mapped out your plan 22, you have to persistently pursue your plan. Know that you are basically eliminating the weak people to get the victory, because people can't take, setbacks. So the persistent person wins. It ain't personal. So you have to be persistent. So if you're pursuing 100 people in the right demographic, you should know statistically you're probably only going to win 10 of them. And out of 10, Nick, you should know statistically 3 of them going to allow you to put a bid. And statistically, Nick, 1 of them going to win with you. 1% success is what Robert Kiyosaki says is 100% success. Because if I got a vase with 1,000 marbles in it and 1 of them is red, if I chose 999 wrong marbles, but if I got the red one and it was worth $1 million, did I still win? But when it comes to rote educations and public institution educations, they'll tell you you're a failure. So now here's the next book that you got to get. Okay? And I'm dropping nuggets. And you can ask anybody that's giving me a testimony. They pay me for this information. But I want to embark you now with some gifts. So I want you to go out and get The Growth Mindset by Dr. Carol Dweck, PhD. Dr. Carol Dweck, PhD, because you need to understand that it ain't about being 100% right. It's about getting it right and persevering, which is the third P, to success. Professionalism, persistence, and perseverance. Right now, is that not important to persevere through a market correction? We're going through a market correction and people are panicking. So the ones that are panicking, jumping out, stopping, getting paralyzed, the one that just perseveres, keep mowing ahead and expect these challenges because that lessens the playing field. One of the reasons why jobs require a college degree, it ain't because you got some skill. You don't have no skill. It's to show that you can complete something. It's hard, arduous, and then they put you in their training program. Perseverance. That's the third P of the 4 Ps. And then when everything's equal, baby, this is where the winner stands out. Professionalism, persistence, perseverance. And when you get that opportunity once in a lifetime, what do, Nick? You perform, produce, lay down the gauntlet, and make it rain. That's number 8. So number 9, now you got to use the 4 dirty little words. Discipline, accountability, plug into the right system, and again, ladies and gentlemen, do the work. That's number 9. Now, number 10, you want that championship retirement? What does that championship retirement plan look like? It looks like, what's my leverage? How are my assets compounding for me? And how is my debt compounding against me? So I'm going to go back again, and it always cracks me up when I have people talking about, oh man, I need a refund. Your course didn't deliver anything. Yeah, you didn't look at the fucking course.
Uh-oh.
You didn't apply it. You didn't open it up. You didn't even get the consultation. So we teach this little bitty thing. And again, I hear you. Oh, I know that. Again, how much of this you are applying on a daily basis? Who are you accountable to? Who's holding you accountable to yourself? 11th commandment, Nick. Thou shalt not jive thyself. Worst thing that a man or woman can do is lie to him or herself. It's bad enough you lie to everybody else, but when you lie to yourself, you're the person that's defrauding your whole system of security, self-assurance, and most importantly, your self-esteem, brother. So in our course, we actually show you how compound interest is actually working against you. I challenge you to go home, look at your debt, and look at the interest that you're paying on the debt, and look at the rule of 72, and see how much that debt is compounding against you. I'm going to get a forbearance on my student loan even though I don't need to. Oh, I'm going to get a forbearance on my mortgage even though I don't need to because I'm not struggling. But if they're going to give me some free shit, give it to me, baby. Give it to me, baby. And last time I checked, when was the last time some business did something for free for you? So I'm going to go back to my grandfather. He said, Dale, he said, the big print give it, son, and the little print take it away. So when they're giving you this forbearance, that little print says there's a service fee. There's extra interest. How do I know? Man, it might have been 25,000 fucking people I've worked with. That every time I talk to them, oh, Dale, my student loan was 20,000. I went to forbearance. Next thing I know, it was 30,000. What happened? Did you read the fucking print? Mr. PhD. It's appalling, Nick. I sit down with people that are older than me, still got fucking student loans. Then I sit down with people 35, 40 years, got $120,000, $140,000 student loan, and they're making $50,000 a year. Oh, but I got 3 master degrees. But you didn't go about your strategy like a business. You were over leveraged. As we call it in the car business, upside down. But because, your course, DJ, it's defective. It's outdated with the aesthetics, but your dumb ass You didn't read the fucking course. You didn't listen to the module. You so concerned, oh, it's in the PDF. And we're using the sexy stuff on Teachable. It's so sexy. Well, which one of you broke? You or me?
Think about that one.
Yeah. What you gonna think about that when you struggling to figure out how to pay your way out of that fucking debt? Yeah, I know you don't want to hear this, but again, if my course was so antiquated, why they use it at the YMCA, bragging about it? Why the #1 insurance writer in America that does over $1 billion in premium praises my course? Yeah, you know what? I am going to update the aesthetics for it so make you feel comfortable. Because it's your insecurities that are being projected. And then, man, I had the audacity, Nick. Somebody called our 800 number today.
Oh, today. All right.
Oh, why am I being charged $197? Said their name. I was like, damn, if I don't be damned if you weren't in the fucking master class. If I don't be damned, I actually did a fucking consultation with you 3 weeks ago. If I don't be damned, I think I sent you to my attorney to help you out, but you saw a charge on your credit card for $197, and you about to question why we charge you $197. But you were in the master class. Did an hour consultation with you. Did I charge $1,000 for? And even referred you to my attorney. Didn't charge you nothing. But you called us. Oh, why are you charging me $197? And we'll be quick to a ignition of a fire to make a complaint against us. Losers lose. You can't stop a loser from quitting, and you can't stop a winner from winning. Anyway, I digress. All right. So, the championship retirement for the Super Bowl, which, again, I said, hey, man, I just want to put up the stat sheet. If we wasn't doing what we supposed to do, why are these organizations paying me? Why they welcome me back? You think they would have figured out if I was a fraud? What the? Put the screen up there. Put the full screen up there, Nick.
Right. Yep, there you go.
And guess what? Check it out. Texas High School Sports Coaching Association. I was paid 2 years in a row to come teach the athletic directors, the football coaches, with everybody in America. Largest organization in the freaking country, over 40,000 members. You can come back on screen, bro. Mm-hmm. And I did it with this little basic course. And you know what the funny thing? I hate to say this, but check this out. Those white organizations, they never one time said, hey, man, your stuff is outdated. But they cut them $5,000-$10,000 check to me, and they said, man, come back next year, DJ. And guess what I did? I came back next year.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you need to know leverage, compound interest. Is it working against you or is it working for you? And this is called arbitrage, okay? So if I'm paying 5% interest, Nick, on debt, but my investments are making me 12%, I'm making a net 7%. And if I'm making a 7% return based on the rule of 72, my money's doubling every 10 years. But if you're an executive member, you're getting 12%. But let me tell you this, I cannot guarantee you we will make 12% tomorrow. Can't guarantee you we'll make 1% tomorrow. But for the last 5 years, our executive members have been gaining 12% returns. And that's in everything, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm a financial advocate. My job is to go and cut your expenses and put money back in your pocket. And then if you become an executive member, I'm going to show you stuff that we invest in. You don't have to invest in it, but this is what gave me freedom. And at the same time, I'm not charging you $40,000 for it. I'm not charging you $10,000 for it, which is a million pundits out here for a fucking course, Nick.
Course.
You're not getting Melvin Hobson live. You're not getting James Lane, our CPA, live. You're not getting Lisa K. Seabar live. And you damn sure not getting DJ the Money Coach live. But these cats, $10,000 for the course. Unteachable. $40,000. $5,000. Oh, yeah, we'll give you some private emails. We'll put you in a Facebook group. And you dummies who don't know nothing, y'all can talk to each other and figure out how to win. While I'm sitting out in Puerto Rico in my $40 million rented house that I lied about.
Uh-oh.
While I'm cashing your checks.
Uh-oh.
Hey, man. Real talk, dog. Real talk. So now you got to, inside your championship plan, you got to have some dividends. Okay? So the championship to retirement for your Super Bowl championship, because we got the NFC and the AFC championship this weekend to go to the Super Bowl. It narrows down. The competition gets tough, fierce. You know what I'm saying? So in your championship retirement portfolio, in your asset classes, you got to, what's your leverage? What's your compound interest for you? What's your compound interest against you? So what's your arbitrage net that's giving you a win? And if it ain't 7%, you're losing. You hear me? Then you should have dividends in that portfolio. And then you should have, what one of three plans are you working right now? Have you secured your security plan? Are you successful right now? And are you in the succession phase of your life in creating significance and legacy? Or the one that I don't mention, which most young professionals they're in the struggle phase. They got a new job. They still getting their feet underneath them, trying to understand who they are, what the world is about. And we address that. But really, you should be focused on security, success, significance, and lifestyle. What is the lifestyle if all the things went out and they clipped the digital world and shut it down, took it off the grid? What would you still have left? Does that make sense, Nick?
Yeah, some real questions right there. Yep.
Let's go to the break one more time, and we're going to come back and we're going to lay out the pre-panic defensive strategy on your program.
Yep, we'll be right back with Nick's Knowledge and Notions.
This is DJ the Money Coach coming to you in the beautiful Destin, Florida. And I just got back from amazing world tour. Well, it's not a world tour, but in essence, it could be a world tour with the Classic Climb Tour. Shout out to Ericka Williams for the Classic Climb Tour and ATL. Shout out to Tim Jackson. Shout out to Andre Hackett. Shout out to Todd the Billionaire. Shout out to James King. Shout out to all my friends who did an amazing speaking job and sharing the wealth of freedom to people. And all it takes is 4 words that you got to do. They're dirty little words. The first one is discipline. The second one is accountability. The third one is plug into a system that's successful. And the fourth one is do the work. And when you do that, you can achieve the pom-pom lifestyle, which is plenty of money, peace of mind. And then you can come join us on the beaches of the World Club. So check this out. Literally, I was just in the ATL last night speaking on stage with my friends. And now, because I took the time to build the ABCs of wealth, to achieve the common sense strategy to achieve an American dream, I now have this. Look at that. Yeah, man. Isn't that something? So you can have this too. But let me tell you a little tip. You have to master the hard things in life while you're young, and life gets easier. You master the easy things in life, and life gets hard as hell, almost impossible to live the older you get. So I'm going to say that again. Master the hard things in life when you're young, and life gets easier, and it gets like this for you for the rest of your life. That's what I'm talking about. So you can have it too. All you got to do is come join us. And it's real simple. I wrote this book, 20 years of success. And it's a common sense strategy of achieving the American dream. And you too can come out here and enjoy this amazing lifestyle. So if you want to do that, get this book right now below, The ABCs of Wealth, the common sense strategy, achieving American dream. It's 20 years in the making to help you achieve the pom-pom lifestyle. That's plenty of money and peace of mind. And you can come join us on the Beaches of the World Club. I'm DJ the Money Coach. I'll see you on the beaches of the world because you deserve it, have it as well. And all you got to do is achieve 4 dirty little words: discipline, accountability, plug into the system, and go to work. And you too can have the pom-pom lifestyle. That's plenty of money, peace of mind. Come join us on the Beaches of the World Club. So hit that link below. The first 10 people to get the book, The ABCs of Wealth, the common sense strategy, achieving American dream, you get an autographed copy. And I'll even give you a 10-minute complimentary consultation for the first 10 because that's the kind of guy I am to help you achieve the American dream. I'll see you next time.
All right, and welcome back to Nick's Knowledge and Notions. And DJ just gave you those 10 tips for your health and wealth and weathering the storm of the market correction. And so now he's going to give you a little bit of the blueprint, a little bit of the platform for how to put these tips, implement these tips, and put them into action.
Yep. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, so this is all going to have, if you have not taken advantage of the Back to Basics opportunity in our master class, we have our next master class, February 9th. And that master class is going to give you all the things that you need, the ABCs of wealth. It's going to teach you from A to Z. It's going to be 2 hours of masterful training. And in that masterful training, you're going to get access to our CPA, James Lane. You're going to get access to our financial advisor, Melvin Hobson. Now, again, my team's been together for a long time. I've been saying Melvin been with me for 18 years. Actually, Melvin has been with me for 20 years. I didn't realize 20 years. Our CPA James has been with us for several years, 7 years. My attorney Lisa K. Shebar been with me for 18 years. So you see a common theme there, Nick? Our people been together for a long time. We got 125 years of expertise and experience in the 7 spheres of money. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't have a person on our team that don't make 6 figures. People on our team worth 7 figures. We got people on our team that make 7 figures a year that's been doing it for a grip. I've sat down with 25,000 people over the past 20 years. We have our 20th-year anniversary coming up here in June. Might know a thing or two. So on February 9th, we're going to break out a master training class. We're going to teach you everything about all asset classes, okay? And we're going to start out with, give me the big screen again. And I'm going to challenge you guys. Check the resume, baby. Check the resume. So, hey, I'm pulling up this pamphlet here. Got assets, 3 steps to success, business, real estate, taxes. But what's important to you, Nick? What's the dates on that?
You got April 5th, April 24th, and May 13th, and those are all for the year 2008.
And all they got to do, Nick, is go to duransburg.com, and they will see that we've been rolling, baby. That's 14 years just right there. You see what I'm saying, bro?
Yep.
Been doing this for 14 years. Check this out. One of the testimonials. Dell is on the cutting edge of a new marketplace paradigm shift in this country. When the public finally is exposed to his wisdom and intellect, it will commence a new revolution of entrepreneurs among the younger generation of America. This is in 2008, ladies and gentlemen. Armstrong Williams, the right side, founder of Graham Williams Foundation and CNN correspondent. That was in 2008. Check this out. My wife and I have been working with Dale for more than a year now and are absolutely thrilled with the clear, plain English manner in which he explains our financial options to us. Neither of us are financial gurus. His team's advice has opened up investment avenues for us which were never even mentioned to us. And without his guidance and his team concepts, would never have considered because we simply did not understand the process involved. All in all, it's been a great experience and we welcome D.I. highly, John B., attorney, wife, banker. These are white professionals. Not that that matters, but just to let you know. So if you go to duransburg.com, you can see we've been knocking this out the park for a long time. And most importantly, we're going to talk to you about the most important asset you should have, which is a business. Then I'm going to show you with the proper corporate structure in the master class how to acquire these assets on sale right now. I'm excited because this correction, this wealth is being created by the masses of a small group of people, ladies and gentlemen. We actually get excited when the market is crashing like it is, because that's when massive wealth is created by the real experts. So on the master class, we're going to teach you business, real estate, tax leveraging through the proper entity structures, and why multiple entities need to be intertwined together to leverage and hedge your portfolio, and then maximize the compounded benefits and to eliminate the compounded detonation of your assets. So we're going to go over the buy and hold strategy, the drawdown strategy, the accumulation period, index funds, annuities, business, real estate, tax leverage. Then we're going to bring to you opportunities in startup, mobile homes, business, luxury apartments, residential real estate. And the 3 steps to success, we own 240 properties, cash. Oh, mind you, everybody's excited about Detroit and Cleveland. We've been in that business since 2006. We might know a thing or two about what the market is doing. Mm-hmm. Did you not hear what he said? Cutting edge. So why you want to come to this master class? This master class that I get paid typically $15,000. Real talk. I'll show you. The Montgomery Regional Airport, Alabama. I got paid to train their whole employee staff of the entire airport. Melvin and I, $15,000 for the same master class I'm going to do for you on February 9th. And I'm going to bring you some bonus stuff in it that I can't even share with nobody without an NDA. Real talk, Nick?
Real talk.
So guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I will be hopping continents at the end of Black History Month, bringing y'all something that ain't nobody got access to. But the only way for you to find out about that is to get in this master class. What is the master class going to do? It's going to teach you the basics. Debt freedom. Yep, I know y'all know that, but guess what? If you know it, you don't need it. But why is everybody panicking now? I don't know. Because they lying about their debt. Real talk. We're going to teach you how to leverage your credit scores right now. Because guess what? If you got an 800 credit score and you got business lines of credit, you are chomping at the bit because you just getting everything on a discount. I'm going to show you how to buy property from the REO segment. If you don't know what REO is, go look it up. It has to do with foreclosures and short sales. I haven't bought a retail property in 15 years. I buy at the wholesale, the tax lien department. Because that's what the 5 secrets of wealth in the wintertime is. So I'm going to go over that step by step by step. Then I'm going to give you access to people who run hedge funds. I just was at a conference, a hedge fund, Leonidas Group, look them up, $1 billion hedge fund. I've got a gentleman that I've been knowing since he was 19 that runs a $2.5 billion private equity fund that finances stuff for us. How would you like to have access with your business idea to get exposure to this person? Again, access. You're going to learn about that in the master class. Then, on top of that, for the back to the basics package, you're going to get a consultation with yours truly.
Mm-hmm.
A consultation. If you're a personal consultation, I charge $500 for a half an hour, and I'm worth every penny.
Mm-hmm.
And I get $1,000 to $1,500 in corporate America. You're going to get that for less than $200. And I will guarantee you, if I don't answer your questions and lead you in the right direction, I'll give you your money back, because your $200 ain't gonna do nothing for me. It's gonna do something for you. How many times we man, our schedule's so overwhelmed and jammed up because we're doing right by people. We don't have to beg nobody for no business. We got business by the boatloads.
Yep.
And that's not what I'm here to brag about, because that's not what I'm doing. I'm here to tell you that we have the fruit on the tree. We'll show you our LinkedIn resume, our team. Look it up. So what would you not do to get in a room with a master CPA of 30 years who have done billion-dollar tax returns for a multi-billion-dollar company and actually saved them billions of dollars? Do you think there's anything about the tax law he may not know about? What would it take for you to get with a registered investment advisor of 18 years that's managing millions of dollars for retirement plans for corporations? And he's a SPHR certified, the highest certification you can have in HR business. He can tell you in your small business how to structure it, best business practices. You're going to get that. And then on top of that, Nick, you're going to get somebody that's been fumbled around in 12, 14 different businesses and had success in 4 of them, 7 figures. I might know a thing or two. Experience. And then on top of that, you're going to get the digital course. The outdated, but the principally life principles. Because see, here's the thing what people don't realize. Immutable laws don't change. Do they, Nick?
They don't.
God's principles don't change. So in my course, Family Finance 101, they are immutable laws and principles that don't change. Oh, you want to learn about a home equity line of credit? Oh, I think I might have done several of those back in 2005 to 2010. I might know a thing or two about a home equity line of credit that I took $50,000 out of my house, Nick, in 2006, and I parlayed it into millions. I'm going to say that again. I took a $50,000 home equity line of credit and parlayed it into millions. You know how I did that, ladies and gentlemen? I actually did 203 construction loans. I did hard money loans. I did refinance. Because you know how? Because I actually was smart enough as an entrepreneur. I didn't get locked down in education. I let my creativity that God gave me of the Most High. And I said, if the banks can do it, why can't I do it? And I just found out what the laws were, Nick. And then I applied them. And then I said, well, you know what? If they can provide me with a hard money loan, what do I have to do to become a hard money lender? Huh? What does that sound like? That's PayPal, Stripe, Apple Pay, Google Pay. It's the same fucking laws, but you're afraid to apply them. I'm not. Because you know what I was told when I went to Catholic school for umpteen years? God's no respecter of person. So I found what the laws were. Oh, to be a mortgage banker, you need to do A, B, C, and D. You know what I did? I went and did A, B, C, and D, and I got the mortgage banker ownership. And then I went to you, and I said, oh, you need a hard money loan? I look like you. I'll give it to you at a lower rate. Oh, and you need to be refinanced out there to get the money back? I'll do that for you too. Oh, you need to get the 203K construction loan? I'll show you how to do that. And I got paid to do it. So you might think I know a little bit about that. Oh, but then you want the government contract. I've done that too. I might know how to get you set up with the minority business certification. I don't know. We got several people that we've helped out. Again, experience, baby. Mm-hmm. You're going to get all of this in the master class. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen, guys, I ain't for everybody. You know why? I ain't trying to be for everybody. But you want it right? You want it unadulterated truth? Then come get with us.
That's right.
Because at the end of the day, again, I'm going to show you where you are. You need to have an assessment. You need to do a budget. You need to do a financial survey. You need to know what your strategy you are implementing right now. Are you in the struggle phase of your life? Are you in the security phase? Are you in the success phase? Or are you in the significant phase? And then you need to know what your team is. Because if you watch sports again, it ain't really the talent, it's the organization who's running the talent. Why do the Pittsburgh Steelers always go to the playoffs? Why hasn't Michael Tomlin had never below 500 record since he's been a coach for over 15 years? Why has Bill Belichick had 6 world championships? Because he's got a team, a system. That's what we bring to you, ladies and gentlemen. Right. And we're great guys and we're great girls because we do our due diligence and we pick people based on their character, integrity, and their heart. And then we do the talent stuff. Because I'm going to leave you with this. It's the last thing my grandfather told me. He said, Dale, I'd rather be in a bad business deal with good people than be in a good business deal with bad people. I'm gonna let that sink in. I'd rather be in a bad business deal with good people than a good business deal with bad people. So in the Back to the Basics masterclass, we're gonna teach you everything from A to Z. It's gonna be 2 hours. The last one was so electric. The people had us go for almost 3 hours, didn't they, Nick?
Yeah, they did.
People didn't want to leave. It was so bona fide.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if you want a bona fide master training with professionals that can meet you at your level and be empathetic, I know I apologize for the profanity and the F-bombs that I drop, but the reality is I get so tired of people out here not doing their due diligence. I get so tired of people out here playing the blame game. My mom could have packed it in as a single parent, but she didn't. My mother grew up in the Cabrini Green projects in Chicago, was a teenage mother at 16 and 18 and a half. And you know what? She never complained, not one time. And my mother has been significantly successful because she had a heart and she had a desire to be better, and she gave us the best. And she set the bar up here. And she always said, you got to be twice as better than your counterpart. And we took that to task and we got on it. Did we have challenges? Absolutely. But we looked at those as opportunities. And we became victory and victorious. And we live by this creed. Veni, vidi, vici. Veni, vidi, vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And our creed is this. We are winners. We are leaders. And we're shepherds. And that's what it's about at the end of the day. So the Back to the Basics, Health and Wealth Masterclass, February 9th. The first 10 people that register, you'll get 2 complimentary consultations from yours truly and either my registered investment advisor or my CPA for the first 10 people in this whole entire program. I get $10,000, $15,000 for it. 7 days a week, twice on Sunday. You get it right now for less than $200. And if you don't, I don't really care, but I love you anyway. And hey, man, I wish you a pom-pom lifestyle. That's plenty of money, peace of mind. I've been out here working. That's why y'all ain't seen me the last couple of Fridays, because I'm out here saving lives. We creating significance. And see, one thing I haven't even talked about, ladies and gentlemen, I'm bringing you the science for your children. Because we're going to teach your children at age 7 how to invest in dividend stocks and real estate and get them the education, because they're going to see it through your activity and your physical work, not your words. I got so excited, Nick. Rodney called me yesterday. Dad, I just made $500 on a trade. Man, you know how excited I was?
Wow.
In addition to him being a honor student, 17 years of age, about to complete his second year on a full scholarship at the University of Texas Engineering School, ain't even touched 18 yet. And this is a brag, because you know what? The fruit's on the tree. Tell me how you can tell what a person is about. If they got children, look at their children, because the children do what the parents do, not what they say. We ain't perfect by I'm flawed. But you know what? I don't come up short when it comes to 4 dirty little words. I'm disciplined. I'm accountable to people who are where I'm trying to go. I don't take advice from people. If you ain't successful with God, family, and business, I don't even talk to you. For me, if my mom's not successful, my dad's not successful, I don't take advice from them. I plugged into a system and I put my head down to do the work, and we put our goals up and we go after it. If you about that business and you get excited about that, and you can apply the 4 P's, ladies and gentlemen: professionalism, persistence, perseverance, and produce, because you may get one shot at meeting your mentor, somebody you followed, and you ain't ready for the opportunity, then you lost. I'm always over prepared. Do I get busy? Sometimes I have to reschedule with people? Absolutely, because I'm trying to serve people, because I'm selfishly thinking about you when I was in your shoes. Internal motivation is the biggest feeling of gratitude and happiness that a person can get, Nick, is giving another person that looked like you, was where you were when you couldn't find nobody and you needed that beacon of light. So I selfishly, when I'm talking to people, if you're a single parent, a mom, I'm thinking about when me and my mother and my sister were living in a roach, rat-infested apartment building on the south side of Chicago when I was like 9 years of age, 8, 9 years of age, when my mom got divorced, and we went from living in a middle-class community, Nick, where we had boats, water ski, but my mom got divorced from dad, and it went from night to day, dude. It went from life was great to a living hell, dude. Real talk. So when you tell me you're a single parent, I can feel your pain. When you tell me you got $100,000 worth of student loan debt, I've been there. When you tell me you got turned down by the bank, even though you've been banking with them for umpteen years for a loan, and you doing everything right, and they still tell you no, I feel your pain. I was living in that 1-bedroom apartment. You saw it, bro.
Yep, I did.
And if we want the real deal, why do I have quality people on my team? Why is James Lane, the CPA, rolling with us? Why is Melvin Hobson rolling with us? Why is Lisa K. Shebar rolling with us if I'm not a man of character, a man of principle? Why is Nick Westbrook's rolling with me?
Talk about it. Yep.
I'm not perfect. I'm flawed. But you know what? I'm telling you the truth. And if I don't know something that you bring to me new, I'm going to find somebody in my network and help you out free of charge.
You will. You'll do it.
So that's all I got for you today, baby. It's Back to the Basics Masterclass, February 9th, 6:30 Central Time, 7:30 Eastern Time. If you wanted the first 10 people to register, and last time, man, we sold out. I'm telling you, we sold out, baby. People were fighting to get into the program. That's how great it is. And think about this. If you had a chance to sit down with somebody that's already done what you've done and made all the mistakes and did it right, what would you invest to get on that person's calendar real time? Do you want a course or do you want that one-on-one time with them? But this, check it out. You're getting everything. You get the course. You get the book. Nick, man, I don't want to beat a dead horse here, but check it out. They get the course. They get the financial Bible. 3 hours, 18 modules. Which one do you use? Whichever one you do. I showed you the road to wealth. Did I?
You did.
I didn't read the whole book right off the grip. I read the book on personal finance. And then I went through the rest of the book. Then you're going to get the ABCs of wealth. Common sense strategy to achieve an American dream. That's 20 years. 25,000 people. Real strategies from A to Z. 26 strategies that I actually apply with corporations, Federal Reserve, State of Illinois Attorney General's office, State Senator's office in the state of Michigan, Montgomery Regional Airport in Alabama, Texas high school sports coach in the song. I can't keep getting all these gigs if I'm not the real deal.
Come on now.
Then you're going to get the master class, 2 hours.
Third thing.
With 4 professionals teaching you to have no less than 15 years of expertise. Proven. We're going to teach you about how to buy a mobile home. How? We just got in the mobile home business and we bought mobile homes and sold them. And we got mobile home parks we about to buy right now.
Right now.
And then to top it all off, we're going to give you a complimentary consultation. You don't have to get it with me. You can get it with Melvin. You can get it with James Lane. You can look up their LinkedIn bio. Not their IG bio, their LinkedIn bio, the professional one. Oh, by the way, here's another secret. One of my best friends, his name Kent, he's actually one of the top executives for LinkedIn.
Oh, man. Come on. Come on. Come on now.
And then, if you happen to be lucky, this is the bonus. You don't get this, but you might get access to some of this. The 100% black owned, 100% organic Tolero. And Nick, that is over $12,000 worth of tried, true improvement. And again, I'll give you 3 guesses. First, 2 don't count. I can guarantee everything I tell you about my courses, about my training, about my professionals that we work with, that we get paid. You're getting this for less than $200. And I hear you right now, man, he's a promotion. Yep, you down because you need to be saved. Because you don't know that the train is coming down the track right now. You're on the track. If you still watching this right now, you're watching for a reason because you're on the track. And there's 3 kind of people. Number 1, stupid bliss. That's the person don't know the train comes, get ran over. That's the best one to be honest with you. Because there's no pain. But 80% of the people, Nick, is the ones that got to worry. The train is on the track. They know the train is on the track, and they don't know how to get off the track. And so you know what I got to be? I got to be the bird, the canary, in the mine shaft. And you either want me to say, hey, Nick, get off the track. Or you want me to say, Nick, get the fuck off the track.
I would hope they want that second one there. I would hope so.
And then you want to be the one that just went across the track and you had success, brother. So that's what I'm sharing with you right now. Real talk. So, hey, if we for you, hey, I love you. If we ain't for you, I love you too. Go find your team, get your steam, get your 4 dirty little words, get them 4 Ps, and vet them people and show them the resume with their license. Stop getting hooked up with these people 5 minutes ago, got these fake certifications, all that BS. Stop doing that. You owe yourself and your children more to that. And then you can have that pom-pom lifestyle, that plenty of money, peace of mind, and come join us on the beaches of the World Club. And you can be passionate like this because I'm free, baby. Nick is going to be free real short. I mean, shit, Nick, do you believe you're going to be free, bro?
Oh, I don't even got to believe it. I know it. I ain't even got to believe it.
There it is, bro. So, hey, put the information up on there, Nick. Hey, close out the show. It's your show. And hey,
Yeah. Yes. Well, I mean, thank you for watching. You know, and shout out to you if you've been watching us live and you're still hanging out with us. You know, and of course, we know you love what you heard. So go ahead and share it. Go ahead and share it with 5 other people so we can spread this gospel according to DJ the Money Coach. So
hey,
you have been
some people
watching.
getting down. We got a couple of purchases came in. Hey man, hey,
Love
got
it.
a couple people come in on in. Yeah, hey, get with
Love
the
it.
program.
Love it.
And y'all will see it. Y'all will see us on Ericka Williams show real soon here. So
Yeah.
when it gets
Coming
on Ericka
soon.
Williams, you didn't lost because they don't hesitate on Ericka Williams platform.
Oh no, they don't. No, they on it. They're on it.
Man, it's good. It's good to be back.
Absolutely. Yes. So, continue to tune in, get with us, and we'll be here. You know, we're here same time, same place every week. So, come back again.
Hey, let me give him one more bonus.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Hey, you better go get this book right here. The Genome Defense, Inside the Epic Legal Battle to Determine Who Owns Your DNA.
Ooh.
Uh-oh. This is by Jorge Contreras. This is the one I'm reading right now, bro. Okay. Oh yeah. Also, get on the Read a Book a Week program. Get on that. I read 45 books last year, and it changed my life. This book right here, oh my goodness. You want to know what's going on with the pandemic? Hey, man, if y'all don't see all them books Nick got behind them, leaders are readers. They are deep thinkers, critical thinkers.
That's right.
Think for yourself. And I'm gonna leave you with this. If you don't think that they're not coming after us in depopulation, they just right now in the state of California is forcing a new law that every kid goes to public school has to be vaccinated. We'll put the link in. Did I send it to you, Nick?
I don't think so.
Send it to you right now. Yeah, man. This is crazy, bro. Crazy.
Wow.
Crazy. Yeah.
Wow, that's deep.
They trying to make everybody get your kid vaccinated, and there's no legal ramifications. Think about that. You're gonna go to school, they're gonna force you to put some poison in your body, and if that stuff goes awry, there's no legal ramifications. That's just a side note.
Wow.
But if you out here Instagramming, TikToking, Mambocking, doing all this silly shit, guess what? They got your ass. They got you. I mean, can you think about that? They got patents on people's DNA.
Crazy.
But hey, I don't know nothing. I got, 5 decades of life. I don't know nothing. But I do know y'all out here dropping 40 grand, 10 grand, 5 grand on courses without any live interaction with the actual creators of those courses and doing it happen.
Wow. That is wild.
Woo, baby. Take it home, Nick, man. I was gone away too long. We back, baby.
Bring it back. Yeah.
That was an awesome interview, bringing Miss Story back. Man, I loved it. And awesome shout out to your man, what was his name? Jaron, the author you had on the show. Man, you've been having some awesome shows, bro. So we coming back. Black History Month coming up. We got some stuff for you guys and gals.
Oh yeah. We got more coming. More coming.
Man, thank y'all for watching the show. Thank you in the replay, because I know a lot of y'all see it in the replay. Thank you for watching the replay. Again, use the grocery store analogy. Only take off the shelf in the 7 spheres of money what you need. That's all. If you're going to get eggs, milk, and bread, go to the back of the program, grab that stuff off, and forget about the other stuff you hear me say that you don't agree with or I'm just too passionate for you. But if I resonate with you on some stuff, you better get yours.
That's right. That is right. That is right.
I know I've been like a Baptist preacher. I've been wrapping up. Nick, like, hey, you gonna wrap up? I'm done, Nick. It's your show, baby. Close it out. It's yours, baby. I'm having a good time.
Oh yeah, as always. Yeah. So, I mean, we just wish you all pom lifestyle. You deserve to have the pom lifestyle. Yes, you see it there in the back. Pom lifestyle is plenty of money, peace of mind, and we want you to come join us on the beaches of the world. And your beach doesn't have to be next to sand or water, but your beach is where you find your personal freedom, your tranquility, your peace of mind, your personal freedom, your tranquility. No, your personal freedom. Yeah, I'm repeating myself now. Yeah,
so
all those good things.
At the end of the day, he said, "Hey, don't be a second-rate somebody else. Be a first-class you." And we've been listening to you guys in a positive request. We got the merch coming for you. We know a lot of you people been requesting the caps and the shirts. We got some stuff for you in Black History Month. It's gonna be pre-order. I'm telling you, it's gonna be amazing. You know, and I'm not into that, but we do listen. We hear you guys. Y'all want to rep these? We got them coming for you. Catch us on February 9th, baby.
Yep. Yeah. So we'll see you then. We will see you then. Peace.
Everybody, this is DJ the Money Coach. You just saw me give you 5 secrets to accumulating wealth in the wintertime. Secret number 1, only acquire real estate in the off season. I only acquire real estate from October to January for the past 20 years, and that has helped me create a strong 6-figure income and a 7-figure net worth. And I can teach you how to do the same thing. I'm going to help you and guarantee you how to acquire a property in the next 30 days exclusively for the first 10 people only here on the Classy Climb. I'm going to get you a $15,000 property with a 12% rate of return in the next 30 days if you're wise enough to invest in yourself. Because if you want to achieve the pom lifestyle, which is plenty of money and peace of mind, then you have to learn the secrets of the wealthy. And the first rule is make your money on the acquisition, not on the sale. I'm DJ the Money Coach. Come join us on the Beaches of the World Club for the first 10 people only, exclusively. I'll see you in the webinar.
Hello, my name is Crystal Jones, and I'm in the healthcare field. I would like to take the opportunity to thank Ericka Williams and DJ the Money Coach, along with his team, for providing valuable gems to help me get on a successful financial path. And yes, I am ready for that pom lifestyle. Have a good day.
So I just got off my consultation with DJ the Money Coach. The reason I decided to get up with DJ was because I saw him on a couple different platforms, and he seemed like he really knew what he was talking about, and some of the things he said resonated with me. And that was confirmed once I got on the phone with him. And about 45 minutes, he gave me enough gems, enough game to probably save me thousands of dollars, because I was leaving so much money on the table from tax advantages, business structure, so on and so forth. So if you're looking for somebody that has experience, if you're looking for somebody that actually can do what they say they can do, I would advise you to rock out with DJ the Money Coach. DJ, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for everything.
Hey, I chose to rock with DJ the Money Coach because he gave me, during our complimentary consulting session, he gave me three things that I think is going to be game changer. One, he gave me an action plan to increase revenue in my business. Two, he gave me two conferences that I'm going to attend that I know are going to be game changers in my business for networking. And three, he gave me an action plan to pay down debt, save, so that we can buy properties and it won't put a strain on our household. So that's why I rock with DJ Money.